What happens when a snake tries to fight a cat? Probably many will laugh and say that this is obvious that the snake will win the fight 100%. But what if this is in fact not the case, and the cat can be a really strong opponent against the snake? After all, cats are not as cute as we used to think. They are real predators, and they can fight to the end if necessary, especially in a situation where they need to protect their kittens. In this video, we see that a large python snake has found the hiding place of a mother cat with her kittens. The snake tries to strike several times, but as we can see, the cat doesn't flinch and even manages to chase the snake away. We can clearly see that the mother instinct is stronger than the dangerous python, and in the end, the cat wins and her kittens are safe. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. A mongoose is a small carnivorous mammal, and they probably don't really qualify for the title of king of the jungle. But if you see one fighting with lions, you might change your mind. Mongooses have been known to fight as many as 4 lions at the same time. They seem to have no fear at all, but the experts say one of the cubs must be nearby to evoke such an aggressive reaction. Mongooses also dare to take on pythons, baboons, and even poisonous scorpions. Polar bears, although endangered, are ferocious and aggressive animals. It doesn't seem like a fair fight against another animal. But what if they encounter a herd of walruses? Believe it or not, but they meet their match. Not in terms of aggressiveness, but in endurance. Walruses have a proven method of fending off bears. In this video, the bear tries again and again, but it was not to be successful. The sea urchin has not 1, but 2 types of poisonous organs. Their spines can pierce the skin and cause stab wounds. Crabs, however, are a powerful enemy, with their impenetrable shells and terrifying pincers. In this fight, which took place in Cayman Brac in the Cayman Islands, a daring crab tried to eat a sea urchin and even cut off its spines. A rhino is one of the few animals that can turn its back on lions and walk away without looking back. In this video, we see a rhino somewhere in Kruger National Park attempting to scare off the lion 2 times. In another amazing incident, we see a rhino stuck in the mud while 3 lions are looking for a quick meal. It's incredible to see how fast the 2-ton rhino can maneuver. I think it's pretty clear that rhinos, with their deadly horns and tank of a body, are too strong to ever be considered prey for a lion. There's nothing quite like the protective instinct of a rooster and the motherly side of a hen that comes out to fight when the eagle threatens their peace. You may be surprised to know that a rooster won't just let itself be taken down. As we can see in the video, the eagle sneaks in through a hole in the fence to attack a chicken. Before the chicken can even react, the rooster aggressively chases the eagle away. However, in the wild, a chicken will do everything in its power to protect its chicks from an eagle. This specific fight was captured on camera, not only showing the chicken fighting the eagle, but repeatedly following and cornering it. This was certainly the last time the eagle thought chickens were weak. Moray eels are the subject of nightmares. Just look at their menacing appearance, teeth, and second set of jaws. White-tip reef sharks are no cowards either, at 5 foot or 1.6 meters long. The 2 are evenly matched, but one has more endurance. A moray eel's determination is incredible, but after a painful bite, the shark is able to swim away. In general, orcas possess superior intelligence, strength, and social organization compared to most shark species. However, when a shark and orca encounter each other in the ocean, a fierce battle can ensue. It may surprise you to know that orcas hunt different shark species in the wild. One of the main reasons why sharks avoid areas where orcas are present is due to the formidable hunting strategies of orcas. Orcas are capable of cooperating in coordinated groups to kill prey. They've been observed ramming sharks from below and flipping them over, inducing a state called tonic immobility, which the shark becomes temporarily paralyzed. Furthermore, orcas can easily exhaust their prey before making a final attack. In certain situations, a shark may defend itself or escape from the pursuit of an orca. Some shark species have developed adaptive behavior to avoid areas where orcas are present. In a study, white shark populations in California migrated out of the area when orcas entered, and it took several months for them to return, indicating that orcas pose a significant threat to these sharks. It's no secret how fearless honey badgers can be. Small, but powerful. They are unstoppable and can be very aggressive. In this video, a honey badger was spotted with a crocodile in its mouth. But there's a reason why this honey badger was so comfortable. This is because they are very brave and know no fear. In addition, they have tough skin and they are immune to the venom of the snakes and scorpions. Sometimes the honey badger also confronts lions, hyenas, and pythons, so it's not surprising that they also know no fear in the face of crocodiles. In this video, we see a crab trying to hide, but it knows it can't stay in its shell forever. Meanwhile, the shrimp deliberately goes after the claw, which it knows can do the most damage. The fight ends with a crab leaving its shell and the shrimp grabbing it. A second fight shows how intelligent these animals are. They know where to hit the shell and how to lure the animal. When a lamprey and a shark encounter each other, it's unlikely that they engage in a physical fight. Lampreys are parasitic fish that attach themselves to other fish to feed on their blood and bodily fluids. Sharks, on the other hand, are powerful predators with sharp teeth and strong hunting instinct. If a lamprey attaches to a shark, it can feed on the shark's blood and weaken it. However, sharks are highly adapted predators with a strong immune system and can often tolerate the presence of parasites without issue. The natural defense of the shark, such as its tough skin and fast swimming ability, make it challenging for a lamprey to attach for an extended period. Lampreys have sharp teeth that they use to burrow into the skin and muscles of their hosts, and they suck their blood. In a direct confrontation between a lamprey and a shark, the shark would have the advantage due to its size, strength, and predatory nature. Although the feeding process of the lamprey usually doesn't kill the shark, the large wounds can weaken the shark and make them more susceptible to infections or disease. Lions can get pretty wild, but a snake does not exactly fall under the same category of prey that they're used to hunting. Almost every time, the lion is baffled by this tall beast whose fury matches his own. In this video, a lion tries to catch a snake, but instead gets the beating itself. You will almost feel sorry for the lion. Depending on the species of snake, they can certainly be a threat to the lion, especially if they bite them with their venom. Not many things are scarier than the bright eyes of a snake as it rises to strike. In this next video, we see two adult Bengal tigers attempting to attack an Asian black bear. Asian black bears are known for their courageous character and are not afraid to face dangerous situations. But this bear certainly deserves a medal for fighting back against two large tigers. However, tigers seem to have the upper hand in these kinds of situations due to their sharp claws, long teeth, and quick reflexes. Tigers are well equipped for ambush hunting and can grab and take down their prey unexpectedly before it realizes what's even happening. In this other video, the sloth bear also seems to be in trouble when faced with a tiger. It shows how strong the tiger is, since this fight lasted over 15 minutes. The reason for this is because the bear wanted to protect its cubs. This proves that no matter how big or small you are, never underestimate the power of a mother to be protecting her young. But we must not forget that tigers are known for their impressive defense and attack strategies. Tigers often target the eyes of their opponents to blind them and gain the upper hand. Moreover, tigers are able to use their superior strength and agility to outsmart their enemies and avoid falling into an ambush. Octopuses are known for their exceptional intelligence and their ability to outsmart other predators, including sharks. In this video, the octopus hides, and when the shark swims by, it immediately strikes and wraps its arm around the shark. One of the key reasons why octopuses are so difficult to defeat is their unique anatomy. Octopuses have 8 powerful arms that can manipulate their environment with incredible precision. These arms have strong suction cups that allow them to easily cling to rocks and other surfaces. Did you know that octopuses are known for their highly developed problem-solving skills? While sharks may occasionally consider octopuses as prey, they are generally cautious of these cunning, tentacled creatures. However, some sharks, like the one in this video, had the misfortune of encountering the wrong opponent at the wrong time. As you will know by now, snakes are fearless and almost any animal is actually on the menu. So is the Goliath tarantula. In this video, a snake encounters this spider and quickly realizes that it has chosen the wrong opponent. The Goliath tarantula can grow quite large and also are poisonous. There are said to be over 30 species of spiders that prey on snakes in the wild, and this video shows how easily the tarantula attacked. If this had been any other kind of snake, the tarantula would have had a much harder time. In this case, the snake was also in the wrong place at the wrong time because it was ambushed by the tarantula. After the snake was ambushed, it had no chance of escaping. The largest living land animals in the world are the African elephants. Although they prefer to live in peace with their herds, sometimes they also need to show their enormous strength. Therefore, a crocodile is no match for an elephant that can easily crush it. In this video, the crocodile probably got too close to the elephant's babies. Elephants are also very smart. It is thought that the elephant had not forgotten about this crocodile, and that it might have tried to attack earlier. However, this video is proof of how powerful an elephant is, because it even grabs the crocodile's tail. When a 7-gill shark encounters an orca, it's better to swim away. In this video, an orca is targeting some 7-gill sharks. A 7-gill shark is quite a challenge, because of their size and weight. By the way, orcas don't want the whole shark. They only want one thing: the livers, and they're extraordinarily accurate at grabbing them. Believe it or not, penguins and sharks generally don't interact with each other because they inhabit in different parts of the world. Penguins are mainly found in the southern hemisphere, while sharks primarily inhabit warmer waters closer to the equator. However, in certain regions, particularly along the southern coast of Africa and South America, where penguin colonies exist, occasional encounters with sharks do occur. In the following video, for example, we see a penguin that shows no fear towards a much larger shark. This is admirable, as shark species such as the great white shark are known to prey on penguins when they enter the water. Penguins have developed some adaptations to defend themselves against shark attacks. They're known for their speed and agility in the water, allowing them to swim quickly to escape from predators. The shark in this video had no idea what was happening, and the gentle tap from the penguin even startled it. By the time the shark regained its orientation, the penguin was long gone. You would think a fight between two bears would be evenly matched, but that's not always the case. Grizzly bears and polar bears are both powerful predators, and the outcome can depend on various factors, such as their environments and the situations they are in. However, many experts agree that grizzly bears have the upper hand over polar bears. In this video, we see evidence of this, as a grizzly bear chases away a polar bear from its prey. When comparing polar bears and grizzly bears, it's important to note that the size and strength play a crucial role in determining who could come out on top in the fight. While polar bears are generally larger and have more powerful legs and sharp teeth, grizzly bears are known for their robust and aggressive behavior. In icy conditions, a grizzly bear's aggressive nature can give him an advantage over a polar bear. However, if water's involved, a polar bear's swimming abilities give him a unique advantage. But in this video, that's not the case, and the polar bear seems to be even afraid of the aggressive grizzly bear. Both predators have extraordinary strength and powerful claws, but grizzly bears have the upper hand due to their strength, claws, and deadly canines. Moreover, grizzly bears have proven to be tough competitors due to their ruthless nature when hunting and defending. Overall, it's the toughness and exceptional fighting skills of the grizzly bear that ultimately lead to its victory in this fight between these two formidable predators. Zebras are one of lions' favorite meals, but even zebras sometimes manage to escape from the king of the jungle. In this video, we see how a lion attacks a zebra and tries to take it down. But you'd be surprised what happens next. That's right, the zebra does not give up the fight, manages to free itself, and successfully escapes. However, this was not the only time a zebra managed to escape. In the following video, a lioness jumped on a zebra, but another zebra comes to the rescue and manages to kick the lion out of the way. When a bear was on the hunt for wolf pups, it encountered a pack of wolves that outsmarted it. Although bears are mainly herbivores, they can also hunt smaller animals, and even eat wolf pups when the food is scarce. This specific pack of wolves is led by a male named Storm, who lives in the northern region of Canada and hunts giant herds of bison. Although the bear tried to approach the wolf pups, the wolves were able to lure the bear away from the area. Wolves have considerable intelligence, are social, and live in complex social structures where communication and cooperation are important for survival. For example, they strategically wore down the bear. The pack acted as one unit, protecting their young and avoiding a direct confrontation. But believe it or not, it may come as a surprise to many that wolves also eat bears. Wolves and bears often inhabit the same environments and occasionally cross paths. Despite their awareness of the strength and hunting skills of the wolf, bears usually avoid dangerous predators. In most cases, defensive fights break out between the two species due to territorial disputes. In rare cases, a bear may give chase, but the superior speed and endurance of wolves allow them to escape the danger. If the wolf were alone, however, it would be better to flee, as alone it stands little to no chance. This encounter is also a testament to the strength of each of these animals. An adult buffalo weighs about 2,000 pounds, or 900 kilograms. This is also the reason why a buffalo is not usually on the menu of a crocodile. But in this video, the crocodile grabs the buffalo and just won't let go. It looks like at some point the crocodile realizes that its prey is too big, for the buffalo drags the crocodile out of the water with sheer force, causing the crocodile to decide to let go and go back into the water. The bite of a crocodile may be immensely strong, but in this case, the buffalo was too big to handle. In this video, we see a stubborn shark repeatedly swimming by to eat bait. This took place in the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, which is the largest coral reef in the world. At one point, the shark spots a sea snake, and just before it intends to eat it, it changes its mind. It's not entirely clear if the sharks are afraid of sea snakes, but sea snakes are highly venomous, which makes them dangerous. The shark likely knew this and decided to leave the sea snake alone at the last moment. The sea snakes have specialized glands that produce venom, which they use to immobilize their prey. While sea snakes are usually not aggressive towards humans or other animals, they will defend themselves if threatened. The shark knew it didn't want to take it that far, and what's remarkable is that it was all captured on camera. One of the reasons why sharks can be cautious around sea snakes is that they don't want to be bitten by these venomous creatures. A single bite from a sea snake can be deadly, especially if the snake's venom is not promptly treated. Some species of sea snakes, including the black-banded sea krait, have particularly potent venom that can cause paralysis or respiratory failure. In most cases, sharks will simply ignore sea snakes and seek out other prey. I see you thinking. Finally, the bear picks someone his own size to fight with. But there's not many cases where bears run away as we see here. It seems like the bear knows he made a serious mistake by picking the wrong opponent. Bison are tanks. That's the first thing you need to know. And they know it too themselves. Bison are known for their strength due to their large size and muscular build. With a weight of up to a ton, bison can run up to 35 miles per hour, and they can also jump pretty high. Additionally, they also have powerful legs and hoofs that enable them to run through rivers, jump over high fences, and overcome obstacles in their path. Bison also have thick hides and rugged fur that protect them from predators, and their enormous horns can be used for self-defense. This bear quickly realized that he was no match for the larger bison and decided to flee. Both bison and bears are large and powerful animals, but they differ in their physical characteristics. A typical adult male bison can weigh up to 2,000 pounds and be 6 feet long. Unlike grizzly bears, which are among the largest bear species, bison are much larger and heavier. Eagles fear few predators, such as wolves and bears. However, they're not so afraid of dogs. One thing you shouldn't do is come between an eagle and its meal. In this video, a dog gets too close to the eagle's food, and the bird decides to chase after the dog. This moment was captured on camera somewhere in Alaska. Fortunately, the dog was able to escape unharmed. In this other video, the golden eagle was outnumbered by multiple dogs. However, the eagle remained unafraid. The eagle flapped its wings and tried to grab the dog off the ground, but fortunately, another dog ran in to save it from the eagle's clutches. Imagine you're a lion who's injured, all alone in the pitch-dark forest, and suddenly you hear threatening, laughing sounds from a pack of hyenas. This is a pretty terrifying scenario. 2 lions or more can easily scare off a pack of hyenas, but in this case, the lion was injured and on his own. Hyenas primarily hunt in groups. In this case, the lion manages to escape despite having several hyenas surrounding him. In this video, we see a lobster against a crab. But it's not just any fight. This fight is about easy prey just lying on the bottom. We see several lobsters closing in on the prey, while the crab just quietly continues eating. An interesting fact is that lobster claws can grow almost as large as the lobsters themselves. However, the fight was not that exciting. It consisted of a bit of pushing and shoving, and the lobsters tried to grab some food before swimming away again. Crocodiles meet their match in few predators, including the jaguar. Jaguars are not afraid of crocodiles at all. In this video, the jaguar swims silently through the water and then jumps on the crocodile and grabs it in the neck. Jaguars are calculating, and often, a crocodile doesn't even hear it coming. In other cases, the jaguar just shows itself and fearlessly jumps into the water as if it were its own territory. Not only that, it's a small effort for a jaguar to drag its prey out of the water and bring it to land. Eagles are the kings of the air when it comes to feeding their offspring. They would do whatever it takes to find food. In case they are really hungry, they will even grab a dangerous sea snake from the water. This is quite risky because the venom of a sea snake can be quite deadly. Clearly, it's also a reason why many aquatic predators decide to not get involved with sea snakes. But the eagle in this video apparently doesn't care about the venom. Besides, sea snakes are also their favorite food. When an eagle sees a sea snake near the surface of the water, it flies over and grabs it out of the water. The snake's only option is to bite the eagle, but this is rather difficult in midair. When the eagle arrives at its nest, it tears the snake apart and feeds it with its young. Giant moray eels are large and powerful predators, known for their impressive array of sharp teeth. They're capable of defending themselves when threatened and can deliver a strong bite. However, there have been cases observed where giant moray eels attack sharks, as in this video. Giant moray eels are highly agile and can maneuver quickly in tight spaces, such as coral reefs, where they often hunt for prey. Such encounters with sharks in the wild are relatively rare, as these animals typically inhabit different environments and have different feeding habits. Usually, like any predator, sharks will avoid potential threats if they feel disadvantaged. The baby shark in this video had no idea what was coming when something creepy with strange teeth approached it out of nowhere. While crocodiles and sharks are both top predators, they generally inhabit different types of waters and rarely interact with each other in the wild. However, an Australian tourist named Andrew Pace witnessed a crocodile attempting to devour a shark. They had previously seen a massive male crocodile named Brutus leap out of the water to eat a piece of buffalo meat. On their way back to the pier, they passed Brutus again and noticed a fin in the riverbank. To their surprise, it was a shark. The guides in the area who have been doing this work for 30 years said they'd never seen anything like it before. Crocodiles are known for their ability to capture large prey. They have powerful jaws and sharp teeth that can easily penetrate the tough skin and scales of most animals. In some areas, including northern Australia, it's not uncommon for a shark to encounter a crocodile. There's also been reports of crocodiles attacking shark pups in shallow mangrove swamps. It's unlikely that a bear and an alligator would encounter each other in the wild, as they inhabit different environments. However, in this video, a bear came across an alligator and surprisingly decided to flee. In the southeastern swamps and coastal forests of North America, the black bear is a formidable opponent. Equipped with sharp claws and a powerful bite, black bears have no problem taking on the most powerful of opponents, including other predators. Their defense muscles and tough hide provide additional protection against injuries. But the American alligator can pose a serious threat to black bears. Their jaw and strength is 3 times that of a black bear, so if an alligator were to catch a bear, it would be game over. The alligator's body is covered with hard and sturdy scales, making it impossible for a bear to penetrate it. Although bears are agile and smart, they can't match the immense power and jaws of an alligator. A black bear may be able to run faster than an alligator, but getting close enough to inflict damage is almost impossible. If the fight takes place in the water, the alligator has an even greater advantage. As we've learned by now, a bear will back down if it even perceives a threat. That's exactly what the alligator did, as with just one simple attack, the bear retreated. If there's one animal that eagles seem to have a voracious appetite for, it's baby crocodiles. It makes sense when you think about it. An eagle of any size can't possibly take down a full-grown alligator or a crocodile. At least not without taking damaging blows itself. Hence the hunting of baby crocodiles. As long as the eagle can fly away, it's good, and it can play with the baby crocodile and get away with catching one to feed itself. But once the crocodile gets a hold of the eagle, it's practically done. Once the bird's in the water, as seen in this video, it's guaranteed to lose. So the eagle must act carefully if it wants to catch a baby crocodile near a mother crocodile. Bees are not only annoying to humans, but can also be a nuisance to other animals, including lions. Here we see a pack of lions having the misfortune to rest in the shade near a nest of bees. Slowly, the bees appear to sting the big lion right on his nose. African bees are much more aggressive than European honeybees. A series of photos shows a pack of lions taking a peaceful nap when a swarm of angry bees came at them with unprecedented fury. Here we see a fight between a shark and an octopus. who will come out victorious? As I mentioned earlier, a shark's attack strategy is to strike from below. Octopuses, on the other hand, prefer camouflage and ambush strategies. This octopus easily caught this small shark without being aware of it. In fact, the shark had no chance, because the fight was over before it really started. Porcupines are known for their spikes. This is also a reason for most animals to stay away from them, but they mainly use their spikes to cover their bodies when they're attacked. Of course, it's very difficult for a snake to win when the porcupine puts out its spikes. Nevertheless, some snakes know how to use them. Because they are professional porcupine hunters, snakes know that their weak spots are their nose and mouth, so when they attack, they focus on those. But on the other hand, porcupines are nocturnal animals, so they too know how to deal with snakes. In this video, a snake even got covered in spikes. That must not have been a good feeling for the snake, and I think he will think twice before attacking the porcupine. While sharks are often considered the most dangerous predators in the ocean, elephant seals are known for their size, strength, and aggressive behavior. Elephant seals are known to be able to attack sharks if they feel threatened or to protect their young. On the other hand, sharks can also pose a danger to elephant seals, especially if they're larger and more aggressive. However, elephant seals are among the largest marine mammals in the world, and they have sharp teeth. Adult males can weigh up to 13,225 pounds, or 6,000 kilograms, and reach a length of almost 20 feet, or 6 meters. They have a layer of blubber that keeps them buoyant in the water, and also provides insulation, allowing them to thrive in some of the coldest waters on Earth. In the waters of South Africa, someone managed to capture on camera an elephant seal chasing after a shark. It may surprise you that elephant seals can reach speeds of 20 kilometers an hour and dive to depths of 4,920 feet, or 1,500 meters. For these reasons, they are formidable hunters in the ocean, and even sharks need to be wary of them. The wildebeest is an animal that is on the menu of crocodiles. However, wildebeest can grow to be 8 feet, or 2.5 meters long, and weigh about 625 pounds, or 280 kilograms, which makes it a lot harder for a crocodile. In this video, we see an entire herd crossing a river that is teeming with crocodiles. Several times, the crocodile tries to catch a wildebeest, but is afraid that it will be trampled. The only way for a crocodile is to pull the canoe under the water. By the way, do you think the crocodile would survive if the herd suddenly rebelled against his attack? Let me know in the comments. Lions and bears do not live in the same habitat. The closest thing lions have to bears are black and white rhinos in Africa. So other than that, they don't meet, but there have been unique circumstances where they did meet. In this video, we see a lion fighting with a bear. They roll on the ground and then try to shake each other off. However, when it comes to food, the bear doesn't give up so easily. In this case, we see a bear together with some lions in an animal enclosure in China. Whoever thought it was a good idea to put these two animals together is not clear. In Wakatobi, Indonesia, divers caught a sea snake looking for its next meal when it encountered a moray eel. Moray eels are usually 5 foot or 1.5 meters long, and sea snakes can grow up to 6.5 feet or 2 meters long. Every move one makes rivals the other, but who do you think would have came out on top? Unfortunately, we don't know because the sea snake decided to swim away. It's true that mother bears are among the most dangerous animals in the world. Although eagles may fear bears, they may still decide to hunt bear cubs from time to time. In this video, a mother bear with her cub is near the eagle's nest, and the bird is trying to protect its babies. The sky and trees are usually the playground of an eagle, but they're no match for a large bear. In this other video, an eagle flies by and appears to attack a bear with its claws. A lot more an eagle can't do, since a bear is many times stronger. However, it seems that the eagle shows no fear when it chooses to attack. In this last video, 2 bears climbed a tree where they found a nest. The eagle flew by multiple times and eventually chased the bears out of the tree. An animal that may be even more fearsome than a shark is a hippopotamus. Hippos are considered one of the most dangerous animals in Africa and are responsible for more human deaths than any other large African animal. Despite their reputation as herbivores, hippos are extremely aggressive and territorial, especially when it comes to defending their young or their territory. Hippos are known to attack boats and people who get too close to the territory. In this video, we see a bull shark swimming in the same waters as the hippos, and appearing to get too close. Bull sharks can swim from saltwater to freshwater, and on the coast of South Africa, these sharks occasionally come into contact with hippos. One of the reasons why hippos are so dangerous is their enormous size and strength. They can weigh up to 9,920 pounds, or 4,500 kilograms, and have powerful jaws that can easily crush bones. Additionally, they have large tusks that they use to defend themselves against threats. Fortunately, the bull shark was able to swim away, but it likely had quite a fright after encountering so many hippos. Dragons usually eat rodents or birds, but they are happy to eat snakes as well, too. Even if it's a venomous rattlesnake. When a monitor lizard encounters a cobra snake, they will first try to scare each other off. The cobra in this video was looking for the monitor lizard's eggs, but if the cobra is really that hungry, it might even attack the monitor lizard. It's unknown if similar snakes were successful at this. However, as scientists believe that the monitor lizard's skin is immune to the snake's venom. In the following video, a rattlesnake tries to get away, after which the monitor lizard bites into the snake's head. This is the end for the snake, because once it can no longer use its venomous bite, it can't do much else. An eel is an animal, which a crocodile does not want to encounter, because as soon as the crocodile makes the mistake of taking a bite out of the electric eel, it's immediately shocked by hundreds of volts. In this video, the crocodile tries to run from it after realizing that he met the wrong opponent. But because of this high voltage, his muscles are blocked, so that powerful bite from a crocodile is of no use in this case. In this video, you can witness what happened when a shark attempted to attack a dolphin, and immediately, a horde of dolphins came to its aid. Dolphins are among the most intelligent animals in the world, and one of the few animals capable of effectively fending off sharks. While sharks are typically the top predators in their habitats, researchers have observed that dolphins can retaliate against attacks with coordinated efforts. Dolphins possess several advantages over sharks. Firstly, dolphins are incredibly agile swimmers, capable of reaching high speeds and making quick turns. This allows them to evade relatively slower-moving sharks that rely on ambush tactics to catch their prey. Additionally, dolphins have highly developed echolocation abilities, enabling them to navigate and locate prey with astonishing accuracy, even in murky waters. In this video, a group of dolphins demonstrate how they outsmart a shark. The cooperation among the dolphins ensures that the shark stands no chance. Some researchers have even suggested that dolphins possess a form of complex communication. A fight between a bear and an elk can occur in areas where both animals are found. A bear may see an elk as prey, but the elk will always try to defend itself. If the bear attacks the elk may try to flee by running or swimming if there's water nearby. If the elk can't escape, it may try to strike the bear with its hooves and antlers. In this video, something else happened, as the elk managed to chase away the bear when it approached too closely. Most people don't realize how massive and aggressive elk can actually be. Just look at the full speed of the elk as it charges towards the bear. This would have certainly startled the bear. When you compare them, the elk and bears are both large and powerful animals, but they differ in their physical characteristics. An adult male elk can weigh up to 680 kilograms, or 1,500 pounds, and stand 2 meters, or 6.5 feet tall. In addition, their antlers can span more than 1.8 meters, or 6 feet wide. But in terms of strength and toughness, elk and bears are equivalent, so it often comes down to whoever displays the most aggression will win. It's difficult to say who would win in a fight between an eagle and a wolf, as it depends on various factors, such as the size and strength of the animals involved, as well as the terrain where they fight and whether the wolf has a pack to support it. In this video, an eagle takes on a wolf and manages to overpower it with its talons. While wolves have a powerful bite, eagles have sharp talons and beaks. In the end, it appears the massive eagle has won the fight, and even lifts the wolf off of the ground. In this next video, the eagle is less fortunate. Once a wolf gets a powerful bite on an eagle, it's usually game over for the bird. Ultimately, it's important to remember that these animals are not natural enemies, and would likely only fight in rare circumstances. The honey badger is an animal known for not being afraid of anything. Snakes are no match for them because they are, in fact, immune to their venom. But even when confronted by a whole pack of hungry lions, they remain surprisingly relaxed. A honey badger's skin is incredibly thick. even thicker than that of a buffalo. In this video, the lions try to catch the honey badgers, but soon realize that it's not that easy to bite through their skin. In this video, a shrimp takes on the dragonfish, a fish that looks a lot like the alien from the movie Alien. The shrimp wins almost every time. Scientists had a front row seat to this fight, in which the shrimp not only stalked and impaled the fish, but also dragged a second meal out of the stomach of the first. Yes, even crocodiles sometimes take on their own kind. In fact, it sometimes happens that crocodiles go after the same prey, and sometimes they resort to cannibalism. In some cases, they will simply attack when they feel like it. Often when a dominant male finds a smaller male, he will want to get rid of the competition. These types of fights are common during mating season, especially to establish their territory. When two bears meet and decide to fight, it's usually for territorial or mating reasons. The fight often begins with a display of strength, where the bears stand on their hind legs and collide with each other. Then they attack, where the bears bite, scratch, and hit each other with their claws. The fight can be very violent and last for hours. Usually, the losing bear will eventually run away or surrender to the winning bear. What these two bears did in the video initially is a behavior known as jaw measuring, which often occurs in bear encounters. This involves them standing on their hind legs to measure the size of their opponent's jaw to determine which bear is dominant. The way they push and stand up against each other is quite eerie. In this video, the small bear starts aggressively towards a larger bear, but soon realizes his mistake when the larger bear lunges at him. Grizzly bears often use their size to their advantage by pushing their opponents away to create distance. It's a sight to see these two brown bears take each other on, don't you think? Which animal do you think is more dangerous, a lion or a hippo? The answer is a hippo. These fearsome and aggressive animals can bite your canoe in half if you venture into their territory. In this video, we see a mother hippo surrounded by a whole troop of lions. They try to scratch her so she gives up, but the hippo eventually manages to escape. In another video, we see a lion drinking water, while a hippo comes storming out of the water like a warrior to show its dominance. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. The Arctic environment is harsh and unforgiving, and it harbors some of the strongest creatures on Earth. Among them are the polar bears and the walrus, two animals with vastly different body shapes, sizes, and personalities. Polar bears are top predators, walk on all fours, and can weigh up to 13,000 kilograms, or 2,866 pounds, and grow to be longer than 2 meters, or 6.6 feet. They have massive paws with serrated claws that can tear through meat and bone, making them extremely dangerous predators. Walruses, on the other hand, are semi-aquatic mammals with long tusks and flippers that can weigh more than 1,500 kilograms, or 3,307 pounds, and can grow up to 3.5 meters, or 11.5 feet. They form large social groups and have an incredible defense with their thick skin and size, making them less vulnerable to their natural enemies. However, it will still surprise you that despite the size and power of the polar bear, it's helpless against a group of walruses. Although polar bears are formidable predators and capable of catching prey much larger than themselves, tackling a walrus isn't an easy task. Walruses can defend themselves well with their enormous tusks. Sometimes avoiding a great white shark means you have to confront it directly. However, fur seals are on the menu of some shark species, such as the great white shark. In this video, a fur seal decided to fight back, after which dozens of fur seals joined in to help. For the shark, the fur seal is a valuable food source. For the fur seal, on the other hand, the great white shark is a constant threat. When a great white shark attacks a fur seal, the seal must use all of its physical abilities to fend it off. However, seals have developed a variety of defensive mechanisms to protect themselves from predators. For example, they have sensitive whiskers, which allow them to detect their prey even in murky waters. They also have thick layers of blubber that help to insulate them against the cold and absorb the impact of a predator attack. One of the main ways fur seals defend themselves is through their agility. They are incredibly fast swimmers, which makes it hard for sharks to catch them. Seals are also very agile in the water. The fur seals will gather and try to distract or attack the shark. In this video, they outsmart the shark and ultimately manage to escape. If someone told you that a crocodile was going to fight an otter, you would probably think that the otter would not survive. But did you know that the giant otters out of South America know no fear? If a family of giant otters decides that a crocodile is a threat, the crocodile's out of luck. The giant otter can grow as much as 6.5 feet, or 2 meters long, and they usually hunt in coordinated groups. They are ferocious, defend their territory aggressively, and can communicate with each other to fend off a crocodile. A hippopotamus is the mammal with the strongest bite force, powerful enough to break a canoe into two. And the bull shark has the strongest bite force of any shark species. But if they met, who would win? Sharks have survived this long because they know who to hunt. The bull shark must have been hunting a fish when it accidentally encountered a group of hippos. In this case, the bull shark swam away quickly. You would think that a lion could easily defeat a deer-like animal, but an oryx is a very different breed. Both males and females have horns, which leads to their nickname that also refers to them as the spear antelope. This will give you a taste of how one would defend itself. A herd is easily scared off, but a single oryx stands its ground. In this video, several lions try to go after an oryx, but they quickly retreat because they know that one stab of their horns could be fatal. You must have nerves of steel to take a bite out of a stonefish, as it's the most venomous fish we know of. The stonefish usually lies in wait for its next victim. In this video, we see a marine dodging the stonefish's venomous spines and grabbing it in its deadly jaws. However, the stonefish didn't give up so easily. But as we can see, the marine turned around and began to eat the stonefish. Of all the animals that can defeat a descending eagle, you wouldn't expect a monkey to be one of them. For example, the harpy eagle is a bird that can easily lift a 33-pound or 15-kilogram monkey. But a monkey will always do its best to protect its baby. If an eagle has its sights on an ape family, it can feel surrounded on all sides, as seen in this video. The eagle will most likely be able to snatch the baby monkey away. In this video, we can see multiple baby monkeys trying to catch the eagle, but the eagle shows no fear. Later on, the eagle realizes that there's too many baby monkeys and decides to fly away. It's unlikely that an African lion and a grizzly bear would ever encounter each other in the wild. Grizzly bears can weigh almost twice as much as an African lion, so they can absorb more damage. However, lions are faster over short distances, so their best option would be to flee. But in this video, a bear managed to challenge the seemingly mightiest lion in the world. The main differences between these top predators can be found in their size and hunting methods. Grizzly bears are larger than lions, weighing up to 315 kilograms, or 694 pounds, measuring up to 3 meters, or 9.8 feet long, and standing up to 1.4 meters, or 4.6 feet tall. Lions, on the other hand, weigh up to 250 kilograms, or 551 pounds, stand about 1.2 meters, or 3.9 feet tall, and can grow up to 2.5 meters, or 8.2 feet long. They are ambush predators that take down their prey, while grizzly bears are opportunistic predators that suddenly overwhelm their prey. Lions defend themselves by grouping with others in prides, which can deter most other large predators. However, this doesn't explain how many blows this lion took. While grizzly bears usually lead a solitary life, they can sometimes gather with other bears. The Goliath grouper owes its name to the biblical figure Goliath, and its reputation as a fierce and formidable predator. But seeing a Goliath grouper go against a shark is quite unique. These fish species can get pretty big, with some individuals weighing over 660 pounds, or 300 kilograms. They are primarily found in warm waters in the Atlantic Ocean. These fish feed on other fish, crustaceans, and octopuses, and have gained fame for attacking and eating sharks. One of the reasons Goliath groupers can defeat sharks is their sheer size and strength. They're some of the largest fish in the ocean and can easily overpower most predators. In this video, the fish comes to the surface of the water and manages to drag the shark down in one gulp. Their powerful jaws also enable them to crush the shells of crustaceans and the bones of their prey. An interesting fact is that they've gained fame for being able to vibrate their swim bladder, which produces a loud booming sound that can confuse or intimidate their predators. In addition, they can use their size and strength to push away potential threats if needed. Rabbits are definitely lower on the food chain than snakes, and you would think that a rabbit wouldn't stand a chance against a snake, but in this case, you're wrong. Because in this fight, the snake had better watch out. When a mother rabbit saw the snake was trying to catch her baby bunnies, she jumped on the snake and kicked it hard with her paws. It looks like the snake had better not mess with the mother rabbit. In fact, rabbits can be super fast, and this is exactly what helped in this particular fight. Even when the snake tried to leave, the mother rabbit kept chasing the snake to make sure it didn't come back. I think for next time, the snake will know better and look for another prey.
When a crocodile encounters a cat, you would think a cat would be no match, but cats can be pretty mean and can be quick to strike with their paws. Normally, you don't see these two animals fighting with each other, but when the crocodile in this video gets close to the cat let it know it didn't like it. Muggsy, as the cat's called, is also the gangster of the swamp where he lives. His owners have seen him fight countless crocodiles, and is even said to have taken on 2 crocodiles at once. Do you have a brave cat like this? Let me know in the comments. Imagine you're a jellyfish, one of the ocean's most feared and venomous creatures. But if you encounter a sea turtle, you better watch out. Turtles are generally herbivores, but in this case, the turtle was hungry and starts eating the jellyfish. The jellyfish might be poisonous, but that didn't matter to the sea turtle in this case. Even when the jellyfish fought back to its best ability, it was a lost cause. How would you feel surrounded by a pack of hungry lions, all looking at you as if you were the weirdest delicacy that they've ever seen? This is usually the reaction a porcupine gets. He seems very small compared to the hungry lions surrounding him, but a porcupine, as its name suggests, has spines that keep them at a distance. In this video, we see one porcupine facing off against a total of 17 lions. This porcupine stands his ground because he knows that even if the lions attack, they cannot penetrate his armor. We can pit all the animals in the world against an eagle, but for some reason, watching an eagle take on another eagle is one of the most interesting fights ever. Perhaps because they're evenly matched, or perhaps because their fight is so strange. Eagle fights take place in the air and are often about partners, territory, and food. This intruder has just angered a whole herd, but only one eagle decides to chase him out of the area. Eagles are a threat to each other, and fights are often violent and loud. As we can see in this video, both eagles use a technique called a tumbling fall. Neither eagle wants to lose. They keep holding on to each other until one of them lets go and flies away, with what little dignity he has left. At first, you might think that American badger doesn't stand a chance against that much larger bear. But you would be wrong in this situation. You are looking at 2 carnivores. Well, bears are omnivores, but they still eat meat. But American badgers are carnivores and mainly feed on small mammals such as mice, squirrels, moles, marmots, prairie dogs, and rats. These nocturnal and solitary animals are exceptionally adept at digging and can tunnel effortlessly through different types of soil. They build their burrows to pursue prey and to sleep. So it's safe to say that they're built from head to toe to survive and thrive. Meanwhile, bears are considered some of the toughest mammals across their extensive range. The American badger, on the other hand, is known for its fearlessness, and when confronting other creatures for food or territory. The American badger, on the other hand, is known for its fearlessness when confronting other creatures for food or territory. The most notable differences between the grizzly bears and badgers lie in their size and attack tactics. While badgers exclusively use their teeth for attacks, bears use versatile strategies, including claws, bites, shakes, and swipes known as mauling. But badgers have thick skin to help them withstand attacks from other animals. They also have the ability to squeeze through small spaces and emit musk to deter predators. While badgers have relatively small teeth, they compensate for this with intense aggression and strong biting force. 2 animals you wouldn't expect to come across each other are monkeys and sharks. In this case, however, the shark has not yet been born, as wild monkeys are eating the shark eggs as if they were fruit. What happened a few moments prior was that the monkeys were foraging along the shoreline during low tide. While wild monkeys are primarily known for their fruit-based diet, they tend to eat a wide variety of food, depending on what's available in their environment. In this case, it seems that the monkey's natural curiosity and opportunistic nature led him to discover the shark eggs. It's unclear how often this happens, and there's not much research on wild monkeys specifically seeking out shark eggs. As for interactions between sharks and monkeys, there's little evidence to suggest that the 2 species have much direct interaction. Therefore, it's rare for wild monkeys to decide to eat shark eggs. But if there's no other food around, they seem to have no other choice. Crocodiles are some of the strongest predators in the world, and they rule the waters they swim in. But sometimes, they forget that they share the water with hippos, which can be their downfall. The hippo is a crocodile's worst nightmare. As scary as the crocodiles are, hippos are many times angrier, territorial, and stronger. So crocodiles also often take off immediately when they encounter a hippo. In this video, a hippo easily grabs a crocodile and swings it around as if it was just a toy. In this video, a blue whale learned the exact reason why orcas are also called killer whales. In a 3-hour battle, he was attacked by a total of 75 orcas just off the coast of Australia. An orca against a blue whale is something you don't often see. In fact, this would have only been the 3rd time such an encounter has happened on camera. The video footage does show how long a whale can stand up to 75 hungry orcas. Giraffes are one of the few animals capable of fending off lions. In this video, a lion tries to catch a giraffe and it gets run upside down and flung through the air like it's nothing. Giraffes have an incredible amount of body mass and long legs that give them the ability to deliver catastrophic kicks. And all their vitals are several meters off the ground, making it difficult for lions to apply their usual strategy and go for the jugular. Even when there are a whole pride of lions, the giraffe emerges victorious. This time, he's smarter and faster than the lions and manages to get away in a maze of twisted trees. When it comes to a fight between a bear and a house cat, you might think that the bear would emerge as the winner. But it turns out that this cat is not all afraid of the bear. In fact, bears usually avoid cats when encountering them. But why is that? In this video, the house cat even chases the larger bear up a tree. Despite being much smaller than the bear, it seems that the cat has no fear. It's believed that bears are afraid of cats because they often lose fights against large wildcats. Videos like this show that cats are very brave in defending themselves against considerably larger animals. Cats are often faster, more agile, and also have more unpredictability. There's even a video of a house cat chasing away a crocodile. Cats know how to make a lot of noise and appear larger than they are to scare off bears. The fact that cats seem fearless to challenge bears may make the bears cautious. Despite being domesticated, modern cats still have many of the instincts of their wild ancestors, including a strong fight-or-flight response when threatened. When confronted with a bear, some cats won't back down and will confront the much larger animal, hissing, growling, or even swiping at it. Bears are not accustomed to small creatures that fight back so fiercely, nor are they accustomed to animals that move quickly and unpredictably as cats. Stingrays and sharks are both marine animals that live in the same environments. Although it's possible that they could run into each other, there's no specific data indicating how often this occurs. In this video, however, a hammerhead shark encounters a stingray, but the stingray fights back and quickly swims away. Stingrays are a type of cartilaginous fish that are related to sharks and are typically found in warm, shallow water. They're known for their unique flattened body shape and poisonous barbs on their tails, which they use for defense against predators or when they feel threatened. Stingrays can also get quite large, and in preparation for an attack, it will arch its back and lift its tail. But apparently stingrays are also clever. In this video, a stingray is being chased by a shark and manages to beach itself before swimming back out to sea. It's important to note that stingrays generally try to avoid confrontations with sharks. They do this by hiding on the seafloor or going away fast enough. In this video, we see a stallion defending his herd that is behind him. This is because he thought a crocodile was getting too close. The stallion stormed towards the crocodile and kicked it, after which the crocodile bit back. However, the crocodile decided to retreat after this, but he did not feel like fighting. A kick from a horse can also be quite painful. There are not many things that make crocodiles flee, but the crocodile was probably wise enough to take his loss against the stallion. A pufferfish has many spines, and then it's also very poisonous. Its tetrodotoxin and saxitoxin is more deadly than cyanide. From time to time, dolphins hunt the pufferfish, but in this next video, an octopus tries to eat a pufferfish in one piece. This fight was filmed at Frigate Island in Seychelles. The octopus can easily dodge the spines with its flexible tentacles, but what about the toxins? Unfortunately, the diver had to go back up to breathe, so we don't know who won. What do you think? It's sometimes said that in the jungle, you would rather be a buffalo than a lion. If you thought a lion is already a ferocious beast, check out this video in which a buffalo throws a lion into the air like a toy.
In another case, a buffalo was cornered by lions in Kruger National Park. In this case, the lion also seems to have no chance against the buffalo. Because, as we see in the video, the lion is thrown 16 feet, or 5 meters into the air. Another famous buffalo versus lion encounter is when a lion fled into the tree from a herd of angry buffalo. An opponent no animal wants to mess with is an octopus. An eagle was hungry and had no strategy when it got tangled in the arms of a large octopus and couldn't escape. This happened in British Columbia, northwest of Vancouver Island. It was thanks to the help of humans that it was able to fly to safety. It's hard to call it a fight between an octopus and an eagle when it looks like the eagle barely had a chance to do anything. Octopuses are known to be one of the smartest animals in the world, and this is proof that you shouldn't mess with them. If it weren't for the humans that saved this eagle, he probably wouldn't have survived.
When we think of deer, we often imagine gentle and defenseless creatures that we see in movies like Bambi. But it turns out that over the years, deers have developed impressive survival instincts. They have to, since these animals face various threats in the wild, including wolves, coyotes, mountain lions, and bears. Although most deer are inclined to flee when confronted with danger, that doesn't mean they can't put up a fight. Just look at this video where a bear tries to attack a deer and gets a beating instead. In addition to their impressive speed and agility, deer also tend to use their large antlers and powerful hooves to defend themselves against predators. During the winter months, deer often travel in herds for extra protection. This instinctive behavior helps them to keep themselves safe from predators, who are less likely to attack large groups of animals. Interestingly, deers have also been observed using a high variety of behavioral tactics to avoid being noticed by predators in the first place. For example, they can nestle in thick brush, stay close to water sources, or even change their feeding habits to reduce their visibility and scent. Despite their seemingly gentle character, deer have clearly developed a set of survival skills that help them survive in the wild. From their powerful antlers to quick escapes, these animals have a range of tactics at their disposal to stay one step ahead of predators.
Giant isopods are deep-sea creatures that live in the dark depths of the ocean, typically at depths ranging from 540 to 6,890 feet, or 165 to 2,100 meters. They are scavengers that feed on decaying organic matter that sinks to the ocean floor. While sharks and giant isopods can encounter each other in the deep sea, these interactions are rare. However, in this video, we see two sharks swimming around, and one of them encounters a giant isopod that attacks it. Unlike sharks, which prefer to leave giant isopods alone, the armored exoskeleton and defensive behavior of the giant isopod, such as curling up into a ball, make it difficult for most sharks to eat. They can also release a foul-smelling fluid that deters predators. Giant isopods generally move quite slowly and are more inclined to scavenge for food rather than actively hunt. So unfortunately for this shark, it encountered the wrong opponent at the wrong time. Some fishermen were hunting for tuna and accidentally hooked a hammerhead shark on their line. However, little did they know that a tiger shark was lurking around, whose diet consists of all sorts of things, including other sharks. The hammerhead shark had little to no chance because it was on a leash and being attacked by the tiger shark. So it was an unfair fight, and in the end, the tiger shark took the hammerhead to the depths of the sea. Turtles are reptiles that can live a very long life. In fact, some live to be over 80 years old, so it's quite possible that they picked up some fighting skills during their long life. For example, did you know that turtles can actually bite very hard? Probably this snake didn't know that either when it tried to strike. The turtle bit the snake and took it into its shell and did not let go. This is a pretty rare occurrence because normally turtles don't attack snakes, but in this case, he seemed to be hungry. So the snake was in the wrong place at the wrong time. However, if the snake had been a lot bigger, it probably would have been a lot harder for the turtle to escape.
So far, we've seen opponents that aren't really the same size as a bear, but what if there's an animal that can match the weight of a bear? In this video, you can see that the fierce, menacing, and constant roar of a mountain lion makes a bear turn around. An attack by a mountain lion can scare a bear enough to make it turn tail and try to escape. But there's nothing stronger than a mother's love. When a bear tried to harass a mountain lion's cubs, the mountain lion cornered him and chased him up a tree. In another situation, a bear climbed not once, but twice up a tree to escape a mountain lion. Both animals can be equally afraid of each other, but the mountain lions in these videos seem to have the upper hand. However, the way the bear arches his back before attacking is intimidating. In the wild, bears and mountain lions are two formidable predators that use different strategies to defend themselves and catch prey. While bears have an advantage in size and speed, mountain lions use their intimidating roar, aggressiveness, and relative size. Unlike bears, which use brute force to catch their prey, mountain lions are ambush hunters who stalk and study their target before striking. This allows a mountain lion to surprise a bear despite its size advantage. Some fishermen were hunting for tuna and accidentally hooked a hammerhead shark on their line. However, little did they know that a tiger shark was lurking around, whose diet consists of all sorts of things, including other sharks. The hammerhead shark had little to no chance because it was on a leash and being attacked by the tiger shark. So it was an unfair fight, and in the end, the tiger shark took the hammerhead to the depths of the sea.
Baboons are a group of animals that stick together like family. Therefore, as a crocodile, you better be careful when you come across a group of loyal baboons. It's no secret that baboons, when provoked, are not exactly the friendliest animals. Apart from inner conflicts, if one of them or their territory is in danger, they fight to the end. They also often let out a loud scream, and they run at their attackers with their tails tilted. Baboons have very sharp fangs and even sharper claws, so this crocodile experienced firsthand what the fury of a group of baboons feels like.
In this video, we witness the remarkable protective instincts of a Congo dog as it bravely confronts a threatening bear. Congos, which have been used by shepherds for centuries, are known for their muscular build and athletic abilities. Even the smallest breeds of dogs have been known to deter bears because bears have an innate fear of unknown creatures and associate dogs with humans, who historically have hunted bears. Interestingly, bears perceive dogs as potential threats and are naturally cautious and wary around them. Scientists have even found that dogs can trigger defensive behaviors in bears, and even if the dogs charge at bears, they do not retaliate. Some people use dogs to deter bears and prevent them from approaching human camps. In short, while bears are formidable predators, they also have natural tendencies to avoid danger and threats, which leads them to avoid close encounters with dogs. Therefore, it's not surprising that the dog in this video is able to chase away the bear. Throughout history, there's even been a specific breed of dog used for bear hunting, the Criollan bear dog. It was specifically bred to hunt and confront large aggressive animals such as lynxes, wild boars, wolves, and even moose. These dogs have the ability to corner their prey by barking while running back and forth or around the animal, allowing their handler to take down the animal. But whether it's a Kangal dog protecting its owner or a regular dog protecting its human, the result is the same. The bear runs away. The video footage you see is part of a project to study the eating habits of Australian sea lions in an effort to help the endangered species. Part of the project involved equipping some of them with cameras, which produce stunning video footage of how exactly they eat. In the video, a female sea lion went after an octopus, ferociously and persistently. To better control her prey, the sea lion swam to the surface to catch her breath before returning to her meal.
In this video, a crocodile gets too close to a family of wild boars. To understand how this wild boar stopped the crocodile with ease, you need to know a few things about this species. In addition to their strong build, wild boars are surprisingly fast, and they are also very good swimmers. Like any wild animal, when threatened, they exhibit aggressiveness that's very abrupt and violent. Female wild boars are known to be protective of their young, while the males are known to attack any animal that gets too close to their herd. When a turtle encounters a shark in the ocean, their behavior and interaction can vary, depending on the species of both the turtle and the shark. In the first video, a turtle seems to fend off a tiger shark by using its front flippers to push the shark away. The encounter took place in shallow waters near an Australian beach, and the turtle was eventually able to escape to safety. In the second video, another sea turtle successfully avoids an aggressive tiger shark. While it's not common for turtles to come out as winners in encounters with sharks, they do have some strategies that can give them an advantage. These include using their strong flippers to push against the shark's nose or side, which can disorient or deter the shark. Turtles can also swim quickly to safety in case of an attack. Some shark species, such as tiger sharks and great white sharks, are known to include turtles as part of their diet. In these cases, the shark may attempt to bite at the turtle. However, turtles rely on their proactive shells and evasive behavior as their primary defense. You've probably heard that lions are called the undisputed kings of the jungle, but how do they actually cope with a crocodile?
In this video, a crocodile gets too close, but the roar of the lions is enough to scare it off. In the next encounter, the crocodile felt like grabbing a lion cub. Normally, a lion would roar to scare off the attacker, but here he goes a step further and steps into the water while looking into the crocodile's face without fear. A cheetah is a dangerous predator and excellent hunter. If he feels threatened, he can attack unexpectedly. When he's near his cub, he'll be very cautious. For an eagle, it's quite easy to drag away an unprotected young one, but the eagle had better watch out for that angry mother that comes looking for her children. It's often said that cheetahs can be shy, but don't forget about that devastating power. These incredibly fast animals will run through entire forests to grab an eagle. They can easily climb trees in a matter of seconds. Did you think that this would be the outcome of a fight between an eagle and a cheetah? In this video, we witness the bravery of a baby albatross bird as it tries to defend itself against a relentless shark. Tiger sharks are known to inhabit warmer waters around the world. Albatrosses, on the other hand, are known to inhabit temperate and colder areas, such as the Southern Ocean or the North Pacific Ocean. The two species come across each other at certain times of the year, and it becomes a buffet for the sharks. Well, in most cases, because the bird in this video managed to defend itself in the shallow water, which is actually the domain of the shark. In the case of the albatrosses, their main defense is their large size and strong wings, which can enable them to fly long distances and escape predators on land. They are also known to gather in large groups to attack a predator and drive it away. This poor baby albatross was all alone, but was clever enough to escape from the jaws of the shark. However, its fellow birds might not have fared well against the other sharks. As you've seen, albatrosses are more than capable of defending themselves when necessary, no matter the cost.
Obviously, a crocodile is a very strong opponent, even for a python. The python and the crocodile are both top predators and usually choose to avoid each other. But once in a while, a python manages to swallow a crocodile whole. But in other cases, the crocodile manages to win over the snake. It's actually a 50% chance for both that one or the other will win the fight. If the snake doesn't manage to strangle the crocodile, then it's basically game over for him. But it looks like some snakes just don't care what kind of animal they attack. By the way, did you know that snakes will even eat their own kind if they can't find other prey? Pretty bizarre, isn't it?
Crocodiles meet their match in pythons. Both are equally vicious and willing to go to the end when it comes to fighting. Here's proof when two crocodiles tried to mess with pythons. Both cases ended with pythons overpowering the crocodile. The first crocodile made the mistake that would eventually cost him his life when he went after the hatching eggs of a python. Once a python has wrapped itself around you, you will not get free easily. You should keep in mind that the squeezing power of a python is also very strong and can easily squeeze the breath out of an animal. Eagles have the most penetrating eyes in the world and are known to eat snakes. In this video, we see a brown snake eagle taking on a forest cobra, and as you can see, the snake stands little chance. Although it's not their primary food source, they're capable of catching one. In this video, another brown snake eagle tries to take on a cobra, but this time it doesn't go as expected. The snake's not easily intimidated. Eventually, the eagle realizes he won't succeed, and so he flies away. In the last video, we also see an eagle facing a snake, and although the snake looks big, the hawk is not afraid. A herd of elephants is impossible to attack, but when a lion sees a lone elephant, it's their big dream. However, what this lion group forgot is that African elephants are more or less the size of a small house. Lions are like cats compared to them. The elephant blows its mighty trumpet to startle them before fleeing. A more determined group of lions surround a mother, but they made a mistake. Hidden between her legs was her calf, and there's nothing more fierce than a protective elephant, so the lions quickly decided to retreat. The beluga whale can only hold its breath for 20 minutes, and outside on the ice surface lurks a polar bear, one of the most ferocious carnivorous predators on Earth. The bear has already noticed an easy meal waiting for him. Beluga whales are known for their battle scars, and they come from encounters like this one. Lemon sharks are a species of shark found in the western Atlantic Ocean and are typically found in shallow coastal waters. They're called lemon due to their yellow-brown coloration. Barracudas, on the other hand, are predatory fish found in tropical and subtropical waters around the world. known for their sharp teeth and aggressive hunting behavior. So when a lemon shark encountered a barracuda, it narrowly escaped the speed and jaws of the barracuda. Barracudas usually feed on smaller fish and squid, using their sharp teeth and lightning-fast speed to capture their prey. They're also known to use their speed and agility to evade against predators. Additionally, they have the ability to blend in with their surroundings, ambushing prey in the process. Lemon sharks, on the other hand, have tough skin and strong bites, which they can use to defend themselves if necessary. They also have a well-developed sense of smell, which they use to detect prey and avoid potential threats. It's possible that the barracuda simply swam by, or the shark detected the presence of a potential threat and responded defensively. Whatever the reason, both animals display impressive speed and agility in the underwater environment.
If you had to choose between a chicken or a cobra, you would probably think that the cobra snake wins. But in this case, you are wrong. In this video, we see a chicken being surrounded by 3 cobras. The cobras are targeting her little chicks that she's trying to protect. Despite the fact that there are 3 snakes, they do not manage to get close to the chicks. This is because the mother hen pecks at the snakes every time to scare it away. The other snakes soon give up after that too. This is another great example of the maternal instinct of an ordinary chicken who stayed strong to protect herself and her chicks.
Barracudas are very smart, and in this video, he followed some divers, knowing it'll get him a meal. In some parts of the world where lionfish, which are covered with painful spines, are not native, such as in the Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean, their presence is extremely destructive. Barracudas are a prey species to reduce their population. The ferocity and sheer intelligence a barracuda exudes is quite frightening. Don't you agree? The relationship between sharks and dogs is not common in the wild. Dogs are incredibly intelligent and versatile animals, and they can be trained to perform a wide range of tasks, including assisting in hunting and fishing. Some breeds are known for their ability to work with humans in tracking and hunting large game, such as bears and lions. In the case of the dog in this video, it's likely that the fisherman had spent a lot of time training the dog to help catch a shark. Dogs have an incredibly strong bite for their size, and in this video, a fisherman manages to get a shark on the fishing rod, but the dog jumps into the water to assist its owner. In another video, the reason the dog is attempting to jump at the shark is likely driven by strong prey drive and instincts. It probably wanted to protect its owner, in this case the fisherman and his companions. This not only proves a dog is a man's best friend, but also that they seem to have no fear of predators.
For dogs, it doesn't matter if you're a big, powerful king of the jungle, because they're not afraid of anyone. In this video, the dog attacks not 1, but 2 lions and barks at them like a wild animal. You can even see the lion's confusion. Maybe the small, surprisingly aggressive animal is more dangerous than they had thought. Even wild dogs have been known to scare off lions. Not so long ago, some dog species were trained to hunt lions. For example, the Rhodesian Ridgebacks were excellent lion hunters and not only track down their prey, but also know how to keep them at bay.
In this next video, a bear is looking for a meal, and when it climbs into the pig pen, it's immediately chased away. The pig is fearless in its attack on the bear and appears to have no fear. When the other pig gets involved, the bear had to retreat before getting seriously injured. In the wild, pigs have various predators to fight off. Even in captivity, they can still encounter predators when they are near their natural habitats. Also, notice how smart the pigs are in attacking the bear and then giving themselves enough space to retreat. Their primary defense mechanism is their incredible speed, which they rely on to escape danger. Additionally, pigs have tusks and thick hide that's difficult for predators to penetrate. Pigs also have excellent hearing and sense of smell, which they can use to avoid detecting predators. In addition to their physical attributes, pigs are also highly intelligent animals, ranking 4th in the world in intelligence. They're known for their ability to outsmart predators and can quickly learn new skills, even rivaling the learning capacity of chimpanzees. Therefore, it's not surprising that they're able to chase away a large bear. But it's still quite remarkable to see, don't you think? Encounters between a cookie-cutter shark and other shark species can be very interesting and unique. The cookie-cutter shark is a small shark species, known for its specialized feeding behavior. They have large, sharp teeth that they use to take round, cookie-shaped bite. This shark even sees other sharks as its prey, and its bite usually leaves round wounds resembling a cookie shape. Hence the name. It belongs to the dogfish family and is primarily found in deep, warm waters around the world. Larger sharks generally leave the cookie-cutter sharks alone. Although the bites are relatively small, measuring only 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters in diameter, they can still cause damage to larger animals, such as whales and dolphins. So sharks are not safe either, but fortunately the bites are generally not lethal to them. In other cases, cookie-cutter sharks have been known to attack humans as well. The damage is not limited to marine animals alone. Bite marks have been found on submarines and underwater cables, indicating that they will bite almost any object that enters their territory. You'll probably think that a shark always wins over a dolphin, but here we see a fight where the dolphins fought back aggressively. Dolphins and sharks are natural enemies, and their rivalry goes back millions of years. In this video, a shark went after a dolphin's calf, leading a family of dolphins to the rescue. The only way for dolphins to win over sharks is to outsmart them by using their intelligence. Have you ever seen two animals fight, and which one won? Let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.